quickly look at exponent laws, and there are about 5 major ones. And the first 3 have to do with like simplifying laws. Okay? And the way they're written, as long as the bases are the same, so the base is x in both of these, and you can have a number if you want. You can simplify by just adding the 2 exponents together if you're multiplying base of some exponent times the same base of another exponent. Okay, so think of it like, let's say we have the number 2. So 2 to the power of 2 times 2 to the power of 3 can be simplified as 2 to the power of 2 plus 3, which is 2 to the power of 5. Almost sound like a song. All right, so we got that one. That's for multiplication. If we have division, very similar idea. Bases are the same. We just subtract the exponent of the numerator. So whatever the top is, we subtract from the bottom. Okay. So in this one, let's say we did 2 to the power of 2 over 2 to the power of 3. The bases are the same, so it's base 2. And we take 2, subtract 3. So it becomes 2 to the power of negative 1. Right? A negative exponent. We'll talk about how we can turn that to a positive a little later. And then the third rule here is a power of a power. When you have that, you only have one base. And you simplify the powers by just multiplying the 2 powers together. So a times b. So again, if we have 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 3, try to use the same ones each time. Base 2, and then whatever 2 times 3 is, which is 6. So 2 to the power of 6. That's how you can simplify these ideas. Okay, negative exponents. You can turn any negative exponent positive by inverting the base. Okay, so every whole number, think of x as it's a whole number, can technically be written as a fraction. All I have to do is put it over 1. Okay, and now I have a fraction. Right? To turn this positive, I invert the base. I flip it around. So now we would have, to make this a positive exponent, we'd have positive power of a, whatever that is. X would be on the bottom, and 1 would be on the top. Okay? So let's show you like a fractional base like that. So let's say we have the base of 2 over 3 to the power of negative 4. Okay? I want this to be a positive exponent. So in other words, I want the exponent to be positive 4. And in order for that to happen, I invert the base. So I get 3 over 2 instead. Okay? And that quickly changes it being from a negative to a positive. And finally, the simplest one, there are proofs to it, but the simplest idea is any base to the power of 0 is equal to 1. That's all there is to know about that.
So for these, yeah, I can just jump to this step because the way she was telling us, we have to do like 1.
Yeah, well, they would flip it over. So they might show a proof, something like, well, let's use this example here. You'd go 4 to the negative 4. Oh, sorry, that should be 3. Okay, and they might show you something like 1 over 2 over 3 to the power of 4, and then that goes to, you really don't need to do that extra step. Okay, just know that when you do that step, it inverts the fraction. That's all it's doing, right? And so if I wanted to make this positive power of 1, we invert it, so it's technically over 1, right? Yeah. So we invert it, so now it becomes 1 over 2 to the power of 1, and I don't need to write the power of 1 because it doesn't change anything, so it's 1 over 2. Okay, that's how we make that a positive exponent. Okay. So I know that was quite a few laws there.